So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're gonna be doing unpopular opinions, like regular ones. And I don't think I've done a regular unpopular opinions video in probably some years now. I was just looking at the video that I just posted tonight. After editing, I'm like, 10 minutes? That's it? Like, no, because no, that is not enough. And the people definitely want more. I don't know what happened, y'all. I usually have longer videos, but I probably just didn't go into that much detail. So I woke up early, created a whole list of unpopular opinions that are not about your faves, but just kind of random. And so tonight, y'all are getting a 2-for-1 special because I definitely did not say enough in my last video. I must say, this one may be a little bit more triggering, being that a lot of the stuff is just random, but they don't call me Queen Chioma Trigger for nothing. I hope y'all are still up and rocking with me. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first unpopular opinion is the male versus female, man versus women debates are toxic but necessary. I say this because I feel like people act as if the conversations are completely negative, when in reality, both genders should learn how to understand one another. We are in this era where women hate men and men hate women, and because of that aggressive tone that we now have for one another, we completely have neglected that common ground that is necessary. Oftentimes I see in the blogs comments of people saying, aren't y'all tired of having these gender wars debates? And I feel like I'm the only one that thinks no. I kind of want to know what men think about certain things or their take on certain things, and I feel like men should want the same for women. There's a lot of bitter women who completely disregard a man's feelings and a man's thought process because you're bitter and you hate men now. And there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of men who also perpetuate that same bitterness because you got your heart broken in 8th grade and for some reason you still won't get over it. I think that idea of anybody having a podcast these days definitely doesn't help with these conversations to be facilitated in the correct way. I want to see a healthy podcast show about gender wars. If there's any out there, let me know so I could check them out. But I think the male versus female conversations are very necessary for understanding within society. My second unpopular opinion is Diddy should have been with Carisha's mom. This would have made so much more sense to me. I think the appeal would have been so much more positive for Young Miami as well as their entire situation. Do y'all know that my Young Miami video from this week just got flagged when I woke up this morning? I'm not sure why and who's behind it, but I don't think I said anything wrong in that video and now it's flagged. Now it's demonetized. I think the age range isn't even that alarming between Young Miami and Diddy because this generation has normalized that, but I feel like it would have just made so much more sense and have a lot more people positively interested if he actually would have got with her mama. And her mama is fine. Like, she's a very beautiful woman. It would have been a lot more age appropriate. They would have had a little bit more common ground, and Young Miami would have looked less like a paid sister-wife arm candy if her mother was in her place. To be honest, the way how he gets down, he might end up with the mama too. So I'm not gonna put anything past that situation. My third unpopular opinion is it is corny as hell to change your @name on social media all the time. That is so 2012. I think it's so corny that people on Instagram will be one name and then a month or two later they are another name and then 4 months later they are another name. Not only does this hurt your brand and probably cause you to get shadow banned, but it's just corny that you can't be consistent in what you want your name to be. I'm always down for a rebrand, but to be constantly changing your @name, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter, I think Twitter makes it a little bit more easier to do. I just find it to be so lame. Like when I'm trying to search for somebody to show somebody something and I can't find you because you're always changing your name, I just think in my head like, are you a fugitive? Like, what's going on? But overall, I just think it's corny. My fourth unpopular opinion is laminated eyebrows are so ugly. I almost rather see the 2007 Soulja Boy eyebrow slits than that tacky eyebrow trend. Y'all walking around with witch brooms on your faces and it just looks odd to me. Like, nobody's eyebrows grows that way. I don't even know how this trend became a thing. I don't know who started it, but I can't believe that women started brushing their eyebrows completely up and then getting them shaped and waxed and arched in that style and are walking around like they've just been electrocuted. I'm sorry, but the laminated or brushed up eyebrow trend or feather brows, whatever that is called, It is ugly. My next unpopular opinion is there is nothing wrong with wearing black Air Forces. I get the comedic relation to them being shoes worn by nakers who do mischievous things, but that shouldn't restrict people from wanting to wear them. They actually go well with a lot of things. This generation is so annoying about how much people are sticklers in equating certain fashion trends with being a certain way and condemning people who participate in them. I don't own a pair of black Air Forces. I actually have a white pair, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing black Air Forces. The fashion police of this generation confuses me because half of y'all are wearing designer head to toe and it looks tacky. Not to mention a lot of y'all's designer is even fake, but that's another story for another day. Somebody tell me where the origin of black Air Forces being demonized came from, because I never really knew. I just knew it was a thing, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with wearing black forces. I've seen a lot of people pull it off and look very stylish with them on. So my sixth unpopular opinion is there is no such thing as trapping a man with a baby. Men are the ones in control of their jizzle drizzle. When you make the decision to place it in a woman and give her the ownership of that jizzle, you gave it up to the woman's body and it becomes the woman's property. So what she decides to do with it is not a trap. You put it in her, you gave it to her, you had the control, and you failed. There is no such thing as trapping a man with a baby. Sorry, fellas. Control your nutter butter or strap up. It is so simple. So many times men, and it's usually men in entertainment like rappers and athletes and stuff like that, but they play this victim card as if this random thought who they hate so much trapped them into having a baby for her own financial gain. And I just listen to that stuff and I shake my head because, okay, so if that was the case, you're insinuating that you were forced to place your nutter butter inside her pretty pink pussy. That is just not the case. You failed to use protection, you failed to keep ownership of your jizzle drizzle, and subsequently, you played a stupid game and you won the stupid prize. A lot of men are ashamed when they get a quote-unquote thought pregnant, and I feel like that says more about the man than it does the woman. You know what type of girl you're messing with if you were quick to say that she trapped you, so that is your own dumbass fault. You cannot blame anybody but yourself. Nobody can trap you without you setting the trap. Therefore, take accountability. My seventh unpopular opinion is Rick Owens boots look like Converse fishing shoes. I'm tired of this generation making all of this mid-designer stuff a commodity. Like, in what world are the same boots that Ashley Spinelli wore in recess considered fashionable? It's like when the Balenciaga track sneakers were all the rave. Like, y'all nakers were wearing grandpa nursing home Zumba shoes and calling it drip. Like, no, drip your way out of here. I'm tired of these nonsense fashion. I have a love-hate relationship with designer. I have some Gucci bags, I have some Louis stuff, but I don't understand how this generation hypes up the ugliest clothing and accessories. And I don't even think the boots are necessarily ugly, but I just don't see the hype in them when they literally look like grape stomping fishing boots, and they are way too similar to the look of Converse for people to be hyping them up. However, people used to get clowned if they wore the Converse boots that came up to the shin or to the knee, but change the style just a little bit and call it Rick Owens, and now it's fashion. Let's be real, this generation is obsessed with labels, and that's why a lot of ugly fashion has been able to slide. I just think the boots are mid, maybe not ugly, but definitely mid. My eighth unpopular opinion is a wife who has kids within a marriage and then ends up divorced is not considered a baby mama. That is an ex-wife, and an ex-wife that will legally receive more benefits and privileges versus an unmarried baby mama or a girlfriend. I don't like this defense of, well, marriages don't always work and you can still end up a baby mama. Single mother, yes, but a single mother with benefits. But stop making it seem like it's the same thing as having a baby with a man who you be on and off with every other month. It is not. When I made that video about Keke Palmer being a baby mama, I really wasn't expecting the amount of women who were going to defend her now having that title as somebody's baby mama. And I still love Keke, but I just don't agree with that choice. However, I planned on making a follow-up video to that, and I never posted it because I realized that there are so many young women in this generation that are going to excuse baby mamahood. And it's always this excuse of you can still end up a baby mama. What a baby mama is an unmarried mother who has a child out of wedlock and oftentimes in a situation that doesn't have that much stability to it. And because all of these rapper baby mamas have been glamorized over the past few years, so many of y'all are quick to make excuses because you followed them in their footsteps and it didn't work out for you. But the most irritating excuse is that you can still end up a baby mama if you are a divorced wife. You can definitely end up a single mother, but I don't think it's fair to label somebody a baby mama who had their kids within a marriage. It's not the same connotation. Y'all know it's not the same connotation or perception. And personally, I think it's two completely different things. My ninth unpopular opinion is there's a lot of female fitness gurus on social media who are really just attention whores in disguise. I went to the gym the other day like I do all the time, but this was my first day back since vacation, and there were so many girls who were wearing these super short spandex shorts, and I couldn't help but focus on the fact that I can almost see your pretty pink pulsing, piping hot, punishing, put it on a pedestal pussy. And I see a lot of this on Instagram, and a lot of it is just attention seeking, thirst trapping, and baiting both men and women to be more mesmerized by your body than the actual exercises and health tips that you're trying to convey. Women are sexualizing themselves every day, and in some cases I'm not mad, because I think part of being a woman is being sexy to a certain regard. But to go to the gym and see booty cheeks hanging out when I'm just trying to get a good workout in, it is kind of annoying. And I feel like women will say that men are perverted or that men are looking at them at the gym, and I hate to be that person. But when even I as a woman can see your private parts being completely on full display in a public setting like a gym, do you really think a man is not gonna look at you? Like, let's be honest. Let's not call me male identified. Let's not call me a pick me. Let's actually be honest. I'm not saying that those men should disrespect you or touch you or anything like that, but there are a lot of fitness girls that are really just attention seeking. And women act like you can't be judged for what you wear. Yes, you can. And I'm not saying that you have to be judged negatively or harshly, but you can definitely be judged for showcasing your private area in a public setting. As far as social media, I feel like there's a lot of fitness girls that all they do is wear tight spandex shorts, do sumo squats, do RDLs, and the only thing that they wear are booty cuffing shorts. You never see them wear sweats. You never see them in leggings. You never see them with a long t-shirt. It's just ass, 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 as if I'm listening to Big Sean in 2011. Let's be real. You're looking for attention more than you're looking to give fitness tips, because if you cared about fitness only, I'm not saying that you can't be cute while doing it and show off your gains, but your main focus wouldn't be solely sexualizing yourself to your audiences. Hey, I know you guys are gonna drag me for this one, but I just have to be honest. Now, my 10th and final unpopular opinion is I partially agree with Bad Baby when she said that the men who bought her OnlyFans subscription the day she turned 18 should be in jail. I don't believe that they should be in jail. However, I do think that they should be chastised and given a side eye. Up until she was 18, those men were sexualizing her. They were looking at a child's body and a child's physique for their own pleasure, whether that was sexual pleasure or any other type of pleasure. So if you wait for a girl to turn 18, to me that gives off predator. But because people don't like Bad Baby, they are more mad at what she's saying versus the real reality behind what she is really saying. How many of us women looked a little bit more physically endowed when we were kids and teens? I know I was someone who, when I was 15, people thought I was 21. I started having boobs when I was like in elementary school. As y'all know, I'm 5'10". I've been pretty tall my entire life, and I've always had a shelf butt since I was probably in early high school. And many men would mistake me as an adult, and many men would find out my age and then say, hit me up when you're 18, call me when you're 18. Let's not forget, Mac Main said in the song Every Girl by Young Money, in about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus. That is weird, and I'm sorry. I know we don't like Bad Baby, but it is weird that men waited for her to turn 18 to see her sexually driven content, because all that means is that they were definitely looking at her in that scope prior to her becoming of age. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Did I trigger you? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm ready for the comments. Y'all just go on down there and just give it to me. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know down below. If you haven't already, go stream my song Ballin'. It is out on all platforms, link down below. And thank you to everyone who has been giving me a lot of praise on my new music snippets. I definitely have way more for y'all. Like, I've gotten so much better. The song that I've been previewing is like definitely better, but it's not the best that I haven't previewed for y'all yet. So just stay tuned, and definitely don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Your man told me I'm pressure. Time too hot, stay out my desert. Humbling joints, it's my pleasure. I'm in the game and y'all just redshirt. New freestyle to your checklist. Pull it to your block like I play Tetris. Quiet hoe, let me finish my sentence. 10 that he see like I'm from Memphis. Going big like I'm from Texas. Life is being blessed in exes. Made that boy make me his bench press. Now he breathless. Green, white, green when I be reppin'. Nardo Wiccan when we steppin'. Dirty niggas I'm rejecting. Make me teach your ass a lesson. I'ma call him when I need some money. I ain't tryna wait. Mansion in the motherland, bitch. Leave it by the gate. My brother counting money up. My sis driving the getaway. It's Queen Chioma trigger, cause you know I make it ricochet. Told y'all it's a ceremony. Every day a cabaret. Get out my way, I'm out the way. They say I'm out the ordinary. All my favorite cousins up, they round the way and on the way. Had to come to auntie house, cause last time time I did 20 I said I'ma call him when I need some money, I ain't tryna wait. Mansion in the motherland, bitch, leave it by the gate. Call my favorite cousins up, they round the way and on the way. Had to come to auntie house, cause last time I did 20K, yo. They don't know who they messin' with. I be where the blessings is, my pockets never deficit. You can't touch all this excellence, you gon' need a prerequisite. You gon' need some relevance, so cut it, OT Genesis. Pack in the mail from my boys in Abuja. Big, meaty, spicy, juicy, baby, call me Suya. I said 24/7, we stacking, racking. I'm a bad bitch, you fraction, lacking. Counting bread while he playing Madden. I'm in the building, bitch, what's happening? Queen Chioma, pure satisfaction. I'm really a vet, these joints need practice. Running in circles around them, we laughing. QTM girls like camera action. Wanna book